Hello, this is the first Journalism Department web conference for students who have applied for the entry to the department. And one of the things that we want to make sure of when you decide to check that box and come to our department is that you know exactly. Hello, somebody else has joined. Joshua.
Hi.
Hi, you're my first customer. Welcome.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. I was just got the app loaded on my phone. I'm about to start my car. I'm putting you on my dash.
Okay, that's fine. I'm going to wait a couple minutes because it is a new system. It's the first time we've done something like this. So I'm just hoping somebody joins. If not, somebody else. It might just be you and I talking, but I'm going to record it. So that.
Okay, no worries.
Okay, so I'm going to just keep talking and saying what I was saying.
Okay.
So I'm also gonna mute you because I'm getting a lot of car sounds. And so if you you can try to chat with me if you need to ask me any questions. Okay, so I have muted you. So as I was saying, this is the first Journalism Department web conference. The department and the university now has this Zoom system, so we can talk to people remotely. They don't have to come to campus, but it also gives us access to different groups of people. So what I'm going to do is talk to one person who's on here right now, and but this is going to be recorded, so whoever wants to look at it at a future time and listen and see what I have to say, then they can go ahead and do that, and maybe more people will join later on. So again, this is a system called Zoom, and it's free. It's going to be used a lot more as the university community starts adopting it. So one of the things, again, that we have been doing is that we want to know if journalism is the right major for you. And so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen so you can see what I'm seeing. And I'm going to go to the Department of Journalism homepage. Okay, and so here we have the Department of Journalism homepage, and the first thing you see is rotating pictures taken by our students, our photojournalism students. The most important thing to start with is journalism the right major for you? Click here to find out. The reason that we've put this here is a lot of students are coming to the department because they want to write, which is great. That's why I joined the journalism community a long time ago and why I got my degree here from San Francisco State quite a long time ago. But things have changed in the world of journalism. We want you to know that it's an exciting time to be a journalist, and even though people say it's a dying industry, it's definitely not a dying industry. But we want to make sure it's the right major for you. So a couple things just to tell you. That you have to have passion in order to be a journalism major. So we say you want to change the world by telling stories that no one else has told. You're also very curious. So we're always asking students, like, what do you think of that? And so we have the same expectations that students just want to find things out. If you are in the department, you love to do research and you love to tell everybody about it and you love to write. So even if you have joined in as a photojournalism major, we still want you to know that writing is a major requirement and that you have to talk to people in person. You have to talk to them in person. Email is not always an option. The preference is you go up to somebody and you ask them questions and you're taking pictures of people right in their faces. And while we do a lot of writing, we also have a lot of technologies. So our students have to learn a lot of digital skills. Photo, audio, video, recording it, editing it, producing stories are 3 required multimedia courses in the program. So it's not all just about writing, although writing is a core requirement, and we're all about ethics, and we also have a huge focus in the department on diversity. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to point to, I'm going to go back to the home page, and I'm going to scroll down to the student handbook. So this is something that the department created a few years ago, and you can download it. I've downloaded it already. It's a PDF. It's being updated right now, so probably in June or July, there'll be a 2016, 2017 version of it. There's not going to be too many differences in it, but this will help you figure some things out. And it's always strange to me why students haven't looked at this first. So again, here's some qualities that create successful journalism students. And then there's only a few things that I really want to point out. I just want to make sure that everybody knows that this is available to them. It's available to anybody. So a couple important things. In almost all of our classes, you have to get a C in order to move on. So there's only 2 classes that a C is not a passing grade in, where you can get a D-, which is passing in journalism 307, which is ethics and law, and journalism 610, which is cultural diversity. In both of those courses, a D- is passing. Every other class, a C is passing. The other thing I want to point out is that we are prerequisite heavy. So you have to get those C's in classes, and you have to take quite a few classes usually to move on. And we'll get into that in a little later. I'm going to go through the advising folder with you, and I'm going to talk to you about what you need to enroll in the fall. And finally, we have some great study abroad programs. So I'm going to scroll all the way down. I'm actually just going to do a search up. Here we go. I've gotten there. I'm going to put Denmark, because we have a great program in Denmark. We have a lot of study abroad programs. The most popular one is our semester or year-long program in Denmark. And we also have programs in Chile and South Africa. And what is important for you to know now and start thinking about if you want to study abroad, and I encourage all students to study abroad, is the equivalence. So if you want to go to the Danish School of Journalism, then if you, let me put there's a thing that I can do here. So if you are taking the Euroviews course here, then it's the same as our cultural diversity and news class. So you take that there instead of here. And students, this is a question I always get, can you do study abroad in your last semester? Absolutely, you can. So if you're thinking about study abroad, check that out. Okay, I'm going to go back to the main site now. And a couple other things I want to show you is events. So all of our students are required to attend 2 events each semester, and the students enrolled in these courses. So and you only have to do 2 events for all the classes, not 2 events for each class. So if you're enrolled in reporting and online journalism, then you have to do 2 events for that semester. So we just want to make people aware that we do these events for you guys. It's not for us. We want to expose you to different things that are happening and different people, because often these people are the ones who are going to get you jobs. So today, actually, is it today? On next April 27th, Eric Olson, New York Times videographer, is coming. So there's all sorts of events that are for you. Okay, scholarships. We have lots of money to give away, and we want to give it to you. The Autoboss, for instance, supports an entire year, and these scholarships are not too difficult to apply for, so apply for all of them. Okay, and then internships. So on this page, there are internship listings. There's just places where you can find internships. But I do want to make everybody aware that there's very specific guidelines to internships. And so when it comes to time to start thinking about doing those internships, I want you to look at this. I'm on the home page again, and scroll down to program information and internship information. Okay, so final thing online to look at is our alumni Facebook page. So I know you're not alums, but sign up. On a daily basis, we're posting jobs. I just posted this job today. American Public Media is hiring somebody, an alum who works there, said, hey, we've got these 2 job openings. Let us know. So lots of things, lots of students connected with. If you have a job that you want, then you can probably find that student, that former student, on the alumni page and connect with them and maybe get that job. Okay, I'm going to turn Joshua back on, since you are my only person.
Okay.
And see if you have any questions.
No, I'm just following along with what you were doing. I'm interested in what classes I would need to sign up for this fall, and you said that it's really prerequisite heavy, so I'd want to like know if there's counseling available, like to make sure that entering as a transfer student as a junior that I would be able to get my degree in the 2 years, and if I had to take summer classes or anything like that that you could speak to. And it's okay if you want to mute me, because I realize I am driving, and so it probably is kind of loud.
That's okay. It's just the two of us, so that's what I'm going to jump to now. Is
Okay.
what you need to be thinking of.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to show you first is our advising folder. So this is what we keep this in the department. Whenever you have advising, you come and you fill this out with us, and then we tell you what you should take next semester or start thinking about taking next semester. So if you're a transfer student, we're assuming you might have a couple classes, and that's social impact of journalism and also news writing. Some people might come in with a digital news gathering, and some might come in with photo one. So I've got this big, so it's kind of jumping around here. Now, Josh, are you transferring in?
Yeah, from the Santa Rosa Junior College, and so I have some news gathering. I'm not sure what classes you guys like certified, but I've taken the digital media, taken newspaper writing 1, 2, 3, and 4, taken magazine. I mean, just like a whole slew of journalism classes, and done fairly well in them. But I'm not sure what you guys certify. So when I was talking to somebody in the department, down there before, they said that I'd have to maybe not retake, but take your guys' version of some of the classes, and so I'm concerned that I don't want to, be there 3 or 4 years, like trying to get the prerequisites lined up. So, like my question is like for like, a path from the SRJC transfer to graduation at the SFSU. Like, if I can make that as streamlined as possible, that'd be awesome. I mean, that's my plan.
Okay, so I've just navigated to the assist.org website. I'm choosing Santa Rosa Junior College, and I'm looking at the equivalents to San Francisco State University. And anybody can do this if you're at a California community college or another CSU. And so now I'm going to choose journalism, and so it's going to show me the equivalents. So I'm hoping it's going to pop up here. Okay, so you could have taken the social impact of journalism, which is Santa Rosa calls that journalism 1. Journalism 2, news gathering and writing, is the same as our news writing class. Journalism 55, multimedia reporting, is the same as our journalism 226, digital news gathering. And Art 59, photojournalism, is equivalent to our journalism 235, photo 1. So
they haven't offered that particular class in in several years. It's on the catalog, but it's never offered as a as a class. I mean, I've done the photojournalism for the newspaper, for newspaper practice, but that particular class they just haven't offered in several years. Apparently, I don't know if they don't have an instructor for it. So, I mean, I don't mind taking that at SFSU.
Okay, so however, though, you can also, if you've done that class, and this is for anybody, if you've done that class, you can test out of photo 1. So if you you can, if you could, what you would do is you would show, and you could do this digitally, electronically, or you could do it in one of these Zoom chats. Show one of the teachers who teaches our photo 1 class that you know how to use a camera, and we will give you the credit, the equivalent credit for that.
Nice.
Yes. So don't don't think just because it's not articulated, lower division courses, I'm only talking lower division courses, that it might not work if it's on assist. It's a really good question. So, okay, so you could come in with, let me go back to the sequence. You could come in with these, the Journalism 205, Journalism 221, Digital News Gathering, and are you coming in, depending on if you're coming in as a photo student or a print online student. If you're a print online student, that photo one fulfills a visual elective, which is right here. And if you're coming in as a photo concentration, it fulfills the first photo one class. So what you would need to sign up for, and this is most transfer students coming in the fall, you need to sign up for 300 reporting. And if you haven't done digital news gathering, then you would sign up for that. And then you could sign up for your visual if you haven't done that. And those are, as you see here, the visual are among these choices, photo one or publication design and graphics. If you're coming in as a photo concentration, you can take photo two. Okay, and oops, I keep slipping up here. So then the other courses that you can take that are core courses, and all students are required to take these 6 classes. So all juniors and seniors can take news, media law, and ethics. If you have 226 digital news gathering, and which the Santa Rosa transfers in, then you're eligible to take online journalism and multimedia journalism and culture diversity. So you could take all of these.
Nice.
You've got one done, you've got 4 or 5 to do, but you're eligible to take any of those because you have the prerequisites. The prerequisites are for everything are going to be 205, 221, and then reporting is the next step. So everybody's going to have to take this news writing lab at San Francisco State. It's a 1-unit, 5-week class. And the only prerequisite for it is English 2, our equivalent of English 214. So for those of you who've taken English for 214, you can get into those classes if you haven't yet. If you're a print online student, everybody has to take editing. Everybody has to take 1 advanced writing class, and these change every semester. And you can choose either another advanced writing class, or you can take a specialized class. And so these are some cool classes: data journalism, contemporary magazine, advanced multimedia, entrepreneurship. And these classes are also, they change every semester, and we're adding some new ones. If you're in photo, you don't have very many choices. You take photo 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you're done. So those are the core. After everybody's taken 300 or 335, photo 2, if you're a photo student, then you're eligible to take, let's see, the first, oh, I'm going too fast. I've got this blown up so that I can see it. Your first capstone course. So everybody's first semester of capstone has to be the publication lab. And so you work on the newspaper, as photographers, you work on the newspaper, the digital site, Express, or the magazine. If you're a print online concentration, then you're a reporter or an editor, depending on how you come in, on the newspaper, magazine, and online. So then the second semester is when you get to make a choice. You can either work on publication lab again, or you can do another one of the second semester capstone, an internship, which I talked a little bit about. But again, make sure if you want to do an internship for capstone credit, you follow the very specific rules that we have. And sometimes we offer senior seminar. Okay. So that's really the kind of the nitty gritty of what you need to take coming in. One of the reasons that we're doing this is and for transfer students, not so much, but students who come in and they don't realize that there is a lot of writing. There is a lot of face-to-face reporting. There's a lot of rigor. We don't accept late stuff. So we're heavy deadline. We're kind of old school journalism in that way. If you can't make a deadline, then this might not be the major for you. If you don't like to write a lot, if you're not really happy when somebody tells you that a comma is misplaced and you're excited about it, then maybe that's not the place for you. So that's really all I have to say, and now it's really about questions that people might have. So other questions that I can answer for you.
Well, okay, so the assist page that you're looking at is easily accessible from the journalism website.
The assist page is just, it's not from the journalism website, it's just assist.org.
Okay.
That's not on there. And one of the things that you can also do is you can send me, if you have an unofficial transcript, you can email it to me and ask me. Just say, hey, Christina, I really want some help in figuring out classes before I register. Can you tell me what I need? And then I can also look, and I'm happy to do that for you.
Awesome. Okay, yeah, I will do that very shortly. Like, I'll send you an official transcript, and I mean, it looks like most of those prerequisites. I mean, if I can test out of the photojournalism, then I have every one of those prerequisites, every one of those lower division credits. Then that's exciting.
Yeah. So what I can do is what I do just in general in advising is I'll set up a plan for you. Like this is what I recommend you take over the next 4 semesters, and this is how we can make sure you get out in time.
Nice.
Okay. So the final thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here and see if I can find this thing called a write board, so that I could put my email address, but it looks like, well, let me show you how to get to those. Any journalism department. So I'm going to go back to the journalism department. I'm going to go to people. Hey, look, there's me. I just popped up first. There's me. You can click on me. There's my contact information, my phone number. I don't have my Twitter handle on here, but you can, any faculty member you can find on here, on our office hours, and whether or not we do advising or not. So, and then you can also always contact the office directly and ask any questions there.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, I'm considering this a success because I'm recording it.
Oh yeah, nice.
And tell anybody else that you are interested in the journalism department that I'm going to put this up on our webpage, and they can watch it, and they can also benefit from you being the only one who showed up for my meeting today.
Christina, I did think of a question just now. Okay, so is it possible to do both the photography and the writing concentrations? I mean, if I'm strong in both, which I think I am, I mean, I'd lean more towards writing. I mean, at least as far as what I've done at the JC. But I'm strong in photo too. Is it possible to do both and get like maybe, I don't know how you do it at the SFSU, but like maybe a major in written journalism and a minor in photography? Or I mean, is that just something that I wouldn't necessarily do?
So if you have the time and you have the inclination, then yes, you can definitely do that. Your degree will most likely only show one or the other. It might just show concentration. It might say show concentration. It might just say Bachelor of Journalism. So yes, theoretically, yes, you can. You just might be here longer than you want to be here. So that would, now once you're a major, you're not barred from. So for instance, if you want to if you want to be a photojournalism major, you will not be barred from taking any of the other classes. So if you're a photojournalism major and you want to take magazine writing, then go right ahead. If you're writing a print online major and you want to take photo 3 and you've taken photo 2, then go right ahead.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay, so I'm going to find, this is the first time I've actually used this entire system, and so I want to figure out how I do a write board, and you can feel free not to wait for me to figure out how to do this, Josh.
Okay, I actually pulled over because the area that I was about to drive through usually drops a call, and I didn't want you to wonder where I went. So I guess I'm just gonna get right back on the road, and if I drop you, then I see that you're writing on the screen. Awesome.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write. I think I'm gonna write here. Oh, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try to write I'm going to undo this. I'm going to try to write. I think it's just easier actually just go to a blank piece of paper and
Okay.
and write my write my email address. Although you can find it on the website.
Right.
And so I look forward to talking to anybody else. If you have any questions, please write in.
All right. It was wonderful to meet you, and I look forward to meeting you in person, Christina. Have a great day.
You too. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.